now that President Biden's student loan relief plan is on hold, the Supreme Court, is going to make a decision eventually on it. The administration is preparing for what could come next if the plan is struck down. The Supreme Court's conservative majority could rule that the executive branch does not have the authority to cancel student loans for millions of students unless Congress approves with that. So joining us this morning to help us unpack what that strategy could be from the White House is reporter Doug Luzader for us this morning. Doug, it's great to have you here. Let's get right into this. It doesn't appear that the Supreme Court is on board with the president's student loan forgiveness plan. So what are the court's concerns that we know of at this point?
Well, they're looking primarily at the law that the president is basing this decision on, or this executive action on, and whether it really provides him with the necessary scope and authority to do what he's proposing. The president himself thought at one point that he didn't have the authority to do this, and then kind of switched course on this. The court, though, seems more inclined to agree with what the president initially thought on this, that he does not have the authority to do this. Now, it may not even come to that question, because the court could decide that the plaintiffs in this case just don't even have standing. And if that's the case, then the case won't be decided really on its merits. So that's kind of the lifeline of hope for the White House right now, because the administration was asked about this yesterday, and they indicated that there really is no plan B here. There's not much willingness to get this through Congress. So, absent that, it's possible these payments will resume again once the court decides this case in June. But, it's always a difficult business predicting what the court is really going to do.
Absolutely. So we'll, of course, be watching that. But that was kind of my next question. I mean, what does the White House do at this point? If the court strikes this thing down, it sounds like it's kind of just dead on arrival.
It sounds that way. I mean, they could try to take this through Congress. If that's the case, that would alleviate the constitutional concerns, because the court, after all, may say that the president doesn't have this authority, but Congress does. But the votes probably aren't there to get something this big and this expensive through with just Democratic votes, for instance. So, I don't think the White House is too keen on fighting that battle. If that's the case, then this may become an election issue in 2024, because this is something the Democrats think will help motivate young voters.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it could. And it sounds like it could also perhaps hurt Biden in the election if he's looking for another term.
Well, it's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, anyone that has a student loan, for them it's kind of free money to have this debt eliminated, at least a portion of it. For others, though, they may see this as a negative. I mean, you're asking taxpayers to subsidize the college tuitions of other people, and a lot of people may have decided not to attend college because they didn't want to incur this kind of debt. So for them, this may be kind of a bitter pill to swallow. So while it may, certainly provide relief for some people, it may cause anger among others.
All right, Doug Luzader reporting live for us in Washington, D.C. this morning. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks.